So hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Test Drive Thursday. We are finally back in American Truck Simulator. It has been quite a while since we reviewed a truck on Test Drive Thursday in America, but we are back with the Kenworth K108 by RTA-Mods. I'll get into all the details of this mod later or soon in the video, but just look at this. I'm at Grand Canyon Village here. Just for the intro shots, and it's just amazing, all the chrome on this thing. I think it looks a really good truck, but it is an Australian truck, so obviously we do not have Australian Truck Simulator, so America's the best one that we got. But this has got a PACCAR engine, many other engines to choose from, but this is the one that I chose just for starting off at the video. But the sun is just going down over Grand Canyon, which just looks absolutely amazing. So if we just do a U-turn here, we can start heading to the upgrade shop in Flagstaff, I believe that we're going. And on the way I'll talk more about how you have to get this mod if you decide that you want it at the end of this video. So as you may know already, RTA-Mods does paid mods, and I decided to look at this today because of Mr. German Truck's video about it. It looks so detailed, this thing. It is. Even looking at it now, it's just great detail. I mean, up there, the display's 28 degrees, which is roughly what it's like outside when I'm recording now. It's actually 32 degrees today in the UK. And I have got my fan on in the background, so you may be able to hear it, but I wouldn't be able to record a video if I didn't have my fan on. So yeah, it is a paid mod, but what you get for your money is, so far, looks pretty good. So it's $23 for the ATS version, or the ETS version, but if you want the ATS and the ETS2 version for some reason, you have to pay $28. So bear that in mind. So it is quite expensive, but it is a great mod. So, and with the fact that it's being paid, you would expect that it's going to be regularly updated, etc, etc. So but yeah, so far it's a really good mod. I'm really enjoying driving this. Cop car just went by. So yeah, this is Arizona DLC. This is, as I said, it's an Australian truck, so the speedometer is in kilometers per hour. But if this was in Australia, I think it should be right-hand drive. So that's what they drive, on the correct side of the road. In fact, let's go this way. They drive on the correct side of the road in Australia. Yeah, this is the 485 brake engine, I believe, by PACCAR. So it's pretty powerful, I have to say. Things that I don't like so far is I don't like the yellow dials. They're a bit low res, and the whole dash is not the best detail, I have to say, if I was paying for the $23. But not too bad, and it does have a lot of interior configuration. You can change the colour of the material down here, but I'll get into all that when I get to the repair shop in Flagstaff. But so far, I think it's a great sounding mod. It's got great customization, great detail, great features. I'll get into all the features in a minute, but yeah, it's this sort of driving inside without a trailer. It's very quick, very agile. It's quite quiet inside, I have to say, though. I would have thought a truck like this may be a bit louder on the inside, but I may be wrong. But this truck is what, the K108 from Australia. So cool. Kenworth do have their own sort of Kenworth Australia. They've got their own plant there in Bayswater, Victoria. Yeah, so this is Kenworth Australia. Triple wipers. Not that you'd really need them in an American truck, but rather cool. The speedometer is actually up here. You can change it with sort of the I key or whatever you map the I key to. But yeah, it's just about in your viewpoint there, which is quite useful. Here we are in Flagstaff, so let's head over to the upgrade shop. So it's left here. Indicators does have a weird beep to it, but I'm not too sure if that is authentic to the actual truck. I'm not too sure on that front, but let's get it stopped. I'm not a big fan of the beeping. It sounds like it's going to blow up or something. It's just round the corner. There we go. So let's go and show you what the configuration for this truck is actually like. Okay then, so you come into the configurator and go straight to the cabin. So there's two cabins to choose from. You can go with this sort of more sleeker aero sort of look, or you can go with the raised roof for taking box trailers. So it really depends sort of what truck that you're going to take. So depends if you want that box bit. Obviously it looks a lot more sleek without, but this, you got a little bit more detail on all the bolts up there. You can just about see, which is cool. Coming along, three chassis to choose from: a 6x2 and a 6x4. I can't really see a difference about, but I'm guessing it's something to do with the drive. But I'll probably go with the 6x2 tag lift, operational tag lift, which is kind of cool. Over here, obviously you got a lot of engines, ranging from a 380 brake engine PACCAR all the way down to a 625 brake capped engine. Obviously you got different brands. You got PACCAR, capped, Cummins, and different types of Cummins engines. Some of them chips, some of them not. So a great range of engines for you to choose from and play with. And they also have their own sounds, and they sound slightly different, which is really nice. There is currently, what, 6 gearboxes or transmissions to choose from. You got some 10 speeds here, 10 speed with retarder or without. You got 13 speed, and then you got 18 speed. So if you have a SKRF shifter, I don't, but if you had an SKRF shifter with the Ethan Fuller pattern, I think you'd have a lot of fun playing around with the gears there. Okay, so this is the interior that I was on about. So if we go all the way up to the top and click the first option, so you can see it's got no wheel here. So you may be wondering, well, isn't that a bit pointless? Well, sort of, if you don't have a racing wheel in front of you. But if you do have a racing wheel in front of you and it's sort of obstructing the screen, some people like to not have two wheels in front of them because it's a bit off-putting. But personally, I'd prefer to have a wheel there. It just adds a bit more realism to the game. So there's 3 different types of wheels to go through. You got this one, or you've got this one here, which is more of a classic design, and each one has its own different sort of carpet, well, not carpet, but this leather colour around here. So you can either have red, beige, or cream, or black. So the black blends in the best, I think, but if you want like a brighter colour, obviously you can go with a cream. But you can get all the way into the back here and have a look around. It's a great detail on here though, all the cupboards, the curtains, the textures, got some plugs down the back here. It's just really good detail from the back. And yeah, if you don't have track IR enabled, you can actually spin in the back of here once you're on the road or parked up, and play it realistic basically. So if you have track IR turned off, you can spin into your seat, press enter to rest, and then spin back round. Yeah, this would be really cool. But yeah, you got the other wheels available to you, and that, as I said, changes all the back here. So depends what you want to go for. And that changes the sort of exterior view of the interior, which is also a really nice touch. The paints, there is not a lot of paints to choose from. You got this sort of stock paints, then you've got the custom colour, and then you got the metallic colour. Sadly to say, sort of custom paints available, but that would be nice to see considering that you are paying for this mod. But this is where it gets interesting in the sort of accessories section. Starting off with the bumper, there are 3 bumpers to choose from. This is more of a plain one. I do like the look of this one. I think it's very sleek. I like the chrome sort of lip there on the edge and these sort of towing bars. When you move to this one, you get the lights at the bottom, which I'm not too sure if they light up, but it's a lot more aggressive in the front if in comparison to this. A lot lower down, so if you're going off-roading or quarrying or whatever, it's probably best to go with this one opposed to this one. And then you got this one, which is a bit mental. You got some mud guards there, and you've even got lights, LED lights down the bottom, which does look pretty awesome and very aggressive, I have to say. But yeah, I'm not too sure if that one's for me. You can either have and with this one down here, you can have 2 different variations of logo on your sort of mud flaps there, which is really nice detail that. So you can either go with a massive bull bar like this, or you can go with completely without it. Personally, I think it looks really sleek without a bull bar, so I wouldn't go with it, and it sort of blocks the really good detail on the lights. They're completely 3D in there, as you can see. Full reflections, and they add so much, honestly. They are great, the lights on this thing. This is where you start to see the detail that RTA-Mods have put in for your $23, so really good. And then you've also got the different sort of outlines to the lights, so you can have it with this black sort of chrome trim, lighter chrome trim, a bit or no chrome trim, just metal trim around the edge. I do like the black ones. That does look really cool. It's my personal favourite. But yeah, moving on up, because we've still got a lot to go. They've got some kind of eyelashes here, which you can add on to the lights. As I said, it's so much detail. It's absolutely awesome. It sort of sort of makes the truck look a bit tired, to be honest, but go with them if you wish. 3 types of grille. I think this one looks most aggressive here with its sort of mesh and then lines going down. It looks really aggressive like that. Or you could go with sort of that without the bars, or this design, which is, I'm not a massive fan of that, to be honest, but it's a lot more sleek and it fits in a lot better, I think, than maybe this. But yeah, it's up to you. The rest of the dots are mostly for the interior, but you do have this huge, and I do mean huge, sort of stone guard, which can block your view a little bit, so I'm not too sure about that one. Up here you got the chrome visor. You can completely remove the visor if you want to, but there's different types of it. Got this mental one, so if you're going for this stone guard and then this, you don't have a lot of view there, so bear that in mind. What else have we got up here? So I've done that. Blinds, so inside. Getting that in a bit. There's so much interior stuff. And then you got some antennas, some great little detail there if you want to. Reversing lights, which is absolutely awesome having them there, sitting there. I do like that. They fit really well onto the sort of mirror there, and they've even got a chrome piece that reflects out, which is really nice. You got some horns here, and then you've got the exhaust stack, so you can go with huge reversing lights here and 2 going up like that. Or have you got this design with the sort of snorkel looking thing, and even smoke can come out the back, which is really rather cool. Different types of mirrors as well, so you got these more standard design, or you got the Australian chrome classic design, so it's up to you which one You go from there. It does come with its own wheels, these Continental ones named Kenworth in the logo there. And it comes with 3 different types of wheels that you can go for. Obviously you can go for your standard ones if you wish, but these come with the truck. So you got aluminium, which is a bit that's shiny. You got the chrome, or you can even paint your wheels if you really want to. Right, round here you can change the colour of the sort of wings here over the wheels. Chrome or colour. Here you can change the colour and shape of the tank. It just goes on and on, the configuration for this. And even and here you got some mud guards, different ones. What else down here? You got more mud guards. It's just really cool. At the back you can change the tail lights depending on how you feel, basically. But that's pretty much it for the exterior. If we move on to the interior, this is where most of the configuration is at. The manual shifter there. You can put a bottle in there. It's just endless. Right, let's go down like that. It's a bit weird, the camera here, to remove stuff. Or a bottle that side if you want. It's really cool how they've integrated it into bed. Hang on, here we go. Look at that. It does have a weird bug where if you spin into it, you're sort of not allowed back out. Got a bag there that doesn't really work. There's a bit of a bug with that. Cover, seat covers, so you can change the interior sort of seats, which is really nice detail, I have to say. I really do like that touch. That is really nice, and you can make it to match with the interior, which is great. But there is some bag with issue with the seat sort of accessories, and even here the accessories are a bit bugged out, which I'm not too sure why. It's weird that you got the truck plate there. Obviously the mirrors as I've shown you, and then here's the GPS, which it didn't come with the standard GPS, so you probably do want to stick that on a board. Awesome. Yeah, there must be a bug with my sort of interior add-ons. This is really weird. Oh no, I've just thought of it. This, as I said, works with the ETS2 version, so I may have enabled the wrong version, and that's why we're not getting all the interior add-ons. Yeah, I just thought of that. Just trying to find the exterior. Yeah, that's the thing that I've shown you. If we remove the sun visor, I'll try and find the right one. As you can see, this strip here goes across and stops it from sort of blinding you, basically. Yeah, these will work for if you had the EU version. But yeah, that's mostly the configuration for this truck. So now I'm going to show you a time lapse of me building this truck to my spec. Okay then, so here it is all specced out, and I have noticed this truck is rather laggy. My computer in towns in ATS usually does about 50 FPS, sorry, and now it's doing around 30, which is a bit low, but I really do like this purple colour that I made. It's got this lighter purple highlight, which looks absolutely awesome. And look at that. The way the sunlight reflects off all the chrome, the paint, it looks really cool. I've gone with the darker grey rims, the chrome sort of hubcaps. It looks really nice, this thing. All the LEDs sort of lighting up there, and the lights at the bottom, as you can see, they ever so slightly light up, which is a nice little subtle effect. On the interior, I've gone with the cream look. The track II, you can only turn to that much. Yeah, you can't turn much more than that. But let's go with the interior display. So just showing you some of this, but this can do about 5,000 miles. Just amazing, really. But yeah, considering this is from Australia, where everything is miles away in Australia, this is sort of what you're going to need. Interior, it's pretty basic stuff, to be honest. You got some really nice sort of sunlight coming in through the sunroof there, which is a really nice touch. I really do like that there, but it is tinted, that window slightly, so you don't see much out of it. You got the temperature and time up there. That's a nice little touch. But one thing to note, if we just turn it off a second, there we go, the wheel goes back up. Turn it on, the wheel comes back down. That is so cool. But on the gauges, on the far left gauge, you got a clock. Below that, you have got all the aircon temperature, aircon controls, etc. And you've got a voltometer, engine oil. You got the RPMs, and then above that, I'm not too sure what that is. And right there, you got the speedo, as I said, in kilometers an hour. Engine water level, fuel level. So that's the one that you're going to be paying out attention to. So that's in the corner of the wheel. Right corner of the wheel. Then you got turbo boost, engine oil, rear, and the rest of that you don't really need too much, but you can see it all lighten up. And this has got a Cummins engine that I've just put in it, so if you wanted to know, on the wheel that all lights up, as you can see. You got the engine brake lights on the wheel, cruise control, and over there you got all the other buttons. Parking brake, you can see with that red light, that's your parking brake, and you see it there. Along with brake, you got the gearbox, which obviously is Eaton Fuller. But yeah, that's mainly it. The sat nav, I have to say, with HDR on, there is a lot of bloom from the sat nav. I think too much, but yeah. This with the Cummins engine really sounds nice. Let's listen to it. I love the sound of this thing. It's so smooth. It sounds really good. But I have got a trailer set up, so let's go and pick that up. And then I'm going to talk about the history of Kenworth, Australia, because we don't get to drive many Australian trucks, so I thought we'd take a look at the history of Kenworth in Australia, as this is an Australian truck. But yeah, we're down to 20 FPS now. This truck is very frame heavy, so if you got a lower spec PC, really want to bear that in mind, because you can have a look at my specs in the video description whilst we're watching this now, and you can go and see what kind of computer and has to put up, or is currently putting up with this strain of this mod. It's everything's on max settings on my on my computer, apart from the mirror distance, which I believe is on medium. Just double check that advanced coupling is turned on, because this mod does support it. So it should, oh, bouncing forward. So if we attach, there we go, put the legs up, and we're away. This looks so good. Just check the horn works. That's a train horn. Listen to that. That is so cool. Well, you won't want to get in the way of this thing. I can tell you that. Right, let's pull out. All good. Just listen to that rumble. The low rev rumble from this truck is absolutely sublime. I'll let you listen to it. I'll shut up for a second. There you go. This thing, absolutely amazing. But yeah, the history of Kenworth in Australia. So, in the early 1960s, George Bloomfield and Ed Cameron imported the first fully built Kenworth from the US. So, George and Ed were sort of the starters of Kenworth Australia, if you see what I mean. They started it all off. But yeah, in 1970, Kenworth opened a 56,000 square foot factory and office complex in Baywater, Victoria, which is where all the trucks were built and designed, etc. in Australia. And in 1971, the first ever Australian made, so that's not designed or anything, just made first ever Kenworth, Australian Kenworth, was the K125 CR. So that was 1971, and also in 1971 the W900 AR and W900 SR were also introduced. Just listen to that engine note though. I could get used to this into 10th gear, as I only went for a 10 speed. Let's get this thing up to, I'm going to get up to 60, in fact no, a bit less. Right, there's the retarder, you can see that all lights up on the dash. I'm going to keep it at about 56, I think that'll do. So yeah, the 1975, the W900 SAR introduced. And this truck was a turning point for design and engineering. It was the first fully designed and developed Kenworth in Australia, basically. In 1981, the C500AR was introduced, and it was sort of built for off-roading and sort of suited for logging and mining, sort of not your highway sort of jobs, more dirty off-road work. The C500AR was. After that, you've got the 1986 Kenworth. Well, there was a PACCAR parts and warehouse and distribution centre was opened, and also in 1986 the K100E was launched. Then after that we got 1987 where the T600 was launched. It was a very controversial truck, and it was had a lot more curves. It was sort of moving design forward. The sort of real truckers didn't really like it at the start. It was really controversial, and it was also nicknamed the Antics because of the way sort of the nose dipped down to the floor. Also in 1987, the Australian designed T650 was also launched, and it was a great all-round truck, and it was also great for off-roading, as I believe it was developed in some parts of Africa, which is rather cool. Right then, so we're just coming off the highway or interstate now. Oh, brakes are not very strong. There we go. So then after that, in 1991, Kenworth launched the T900, and it brought the end of actually hand drawings and when designing the trucks, as the CAD or the CAD-CAM sort of software is sort of introduced to truck designing, and yeah, the T900 sort of marks an end to that, which is a bit sad really. After that, 1998, Packard, or Kenworth enlarged the Packard parts warehouse that we talked about. That got released in 1986. Sounds so good. I can't get over the sound of this thing. And then in 2000, the T604 came along, and it was sort of a technology truck to show what was sort of really possible, and it had loads of safety features, and it was sort of a truck of the future. It was to show you everything that they can do. But look at the scenery here. I'm just driving past it. All these dinosaurs. It's so cool. After that, 2014, Packard, or the MX-13 engine was released in Australian Kenworths. And then in 2015, there was a limited run truck, the Legend 950, and only 75 of them were produced, and it combined sort of classic styling with more modern technology, which is a really cool mix really. Only 75, and it looks so cool if you go to Kenworth's website or Google it on Google Images. So that's the Legend 950. But yeah, that's mainly Kenworth Australia's history. Now I'm going to talk more about what I think of, wow, listen to that, what I think of this mod. So yeah, so far I think it's actually a really good mod. I mean, the customization is completely fine. I mean, the interior things were a bit broken, but if this was on the Euro truck, I'm pretty sure all those would work, because you don't have capital accessories in American truck. I have to say though, there are some parts that I would expect more of. Dash detail on the dials, I don't think they're the best detailed for how much you're paying, but if you just look at it and listen to the sounds, just listen to the detail, just look at the indicators there, all the lights. I mean, you saw all the lights. This mod is, it's really good, it really is. I do think it's a bit expensive for a mod, but if they're going to keep it regularly updated and everything like that, I mean, why not? Why not? Because, yeah, I wouldn't pay well, I don't think it's worth $23. I'd say maybe $10 to $12 at max. It's a bit expensive, but it is detailed. The interior is really good, the exterior is really good, it sounds good, good customization, and it's everything that I really expect a good mod to be. But yeah, I'm not too sure if I fully believe in this sort of pay mod thing, but I thought I'd take a look at it anyway. And if you want to purchase this mod, I'll put a link in my mod spreadsheet if I get a chance or remember to. Are we actually going to go through this light or what? Oh, come on. Good time to use the horn. Come on, dude. I'm telling you right, in red. You can do that in America. Right, so I'm at the car dealer. Let's see what this thing's like to reverse. Mirrors are actually quite big, and there's even a mirror down there in the little glass window, which is really nice. It is a bit weirdly positioned where you can't see it too well, but at least it's there. It's a nice touch, I have to say. Let's see what this thing's like to manoeuvre. Just turn in now. There's no sort of front mirror that I saw in the upgrade shop, but you do get that side mirror there, which is really useful. I do like to have those quite close to. I don't know, we're too close there. I think we need to move over. There we go. That's a bit better. Let's put it in reverse high. There's 2 reverse gears on this, on the 10 speed. Right, let's get this thing straight. I'm really struggling with my reversing skills recently. shot. Where are we close? Oh, I've shot that a little bit. I'm sure I could have just came in that way, it'd be much easier. Right, reverse. Please go reverse, there we go. But yeah, this is a cab over truck, so it feels a bit weird driving a cab over truck in America, but yeah, really easy to manoeuvre about, and that's what makes it good for a Euro truck. As it is a cab over, it can fit down tight country lanes, and even though still the turning circle is a bit rubbish, it's better than having a huge long wheelbase truck in I'm really messing this reverse up. Sorry about this, guys. I say the mirrors are still, I don't know, it needs to be 4K this game, or you need to play it on a 4K monitor before looking in the mirrors is actually useful. Because currently the resolution is a bit too low. But nice. And just look at the detail. Embrace it. Let's drop this trailer off. I bet we battered it a little bit on that reverse, but oh, excellent. I'll take that. But yeah, overall, I think this truck is a really good mod. It's a bit weird having a paid mod. It's a bit expensive for what it is really, but it is a really good truck mod. It's got great customization. And yeah, it's just so nice to drive. But overall, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, please click that like and why not subscribe for a lot more videos like it. And check out the other videos that I make. I've got Let's Play of ATS, I make time-lapse videos, and I do loads of other stuff with project cars, testicles, and all different driving games. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you very soon. See you guys.